Well, I try to walk as many places as I can. For example, I live just a couple blocks away from a grocery store, so if I need some groceries, instead of hopping in my car and driving to the store, I will walk over instead. Um, I also try to walk to work as often as I can. In the wintertime, that's a little bit more difficult because I live further away from work. But in the summer, to my other job for the summer, I live just about 10-minute walk away from work, and so I walk every day to work. I try to, in my home, not have lights on in any rooms that I am not in. In fact, I'll often in the evening be sitting in the dark watching television. Also, in my garden, I try to dig out weeds by hand as much as I can so I don't have to use as many chemicals or pesticides in my yard, and try to water responsibly. Water just what needs to be watered and not let the water run onto the sidewalk or down the street. And
The, the way I'm protecting the environment is by not throwing my garbage all over. I recycle. I'm conscious of using products that don't use a lot of cardboard and filling up containers that I can fill up myself. We, we haul our own water, so we don't waste water. We use it wisely, things like that. We take our garbage to the dump, but we try to recycle glass, plastic, all sorts of things for the environment. That's sort of how we normally live.
Well, I do a lot to protect the environment. As part of my job as park interpreter, I work with young and old every day to educate them about the importance of our natural world. And then as a member of the Grasslands Naturalists, I work as an advocate for conservation.
I'm doing a lot of things. It's more consciously thinking about what we're doing to the environment. I've just started trenching our fruits and vegetable compost just yesterday, so that's kind of exciting. Watching how much electricity we're using and the water consumption and what we're putting down the drains. I'm doing that. So just everything, it's so huge of an issue, really. So I'm trying to teach my children about growing your own food and what the process and involved in eating different things and what's in different things, because that all stems environmentally.
I or I go bird watching, do bird counts. We clean up Police Point, and I do lots of it at home, and I make my garden beautiful, and for people to watch it and to enjoy it and that kind of thing. So, and I've been leading lots of field trips, bird watching, or any naturalist. It doesn't matter if birds or animals. We watch them all, I guess.
in that respect, I don't really treat Earth Day any differently than any other day of the year. I walk when I can walk. I take care of my garden in a responsible way during the summer months. I have the lights off. I turn the heat down in the winter months a little bit. So Earth Day to me, in reality, is just another day, and I don't do anything differently about it. I try to do stuff to be earth friendly throughout the whole year and not just on one day of the year.
Okay, for Earth Day, I would probably do what I normally do now is taking care of the environment as far as recycling, reusing things that we can reuse, taking care of our yard, and being conscious of our resources, not wasting things. I think that's the way we generally live.
We clean up Police Point here on Earth Day, like on the 22nd of April, and it takes about a half a day, and most of Police Point get quite cleaned up, and I don't think overall it's not as bad as it used to be, but there's always garbage laying around after the winter anyway. So, and then I lead field trips, and we're going for lots of field trips at least once a week. Now I'm retired, so. And then you make a report and what you see, and if you see something special, we phone each other and let's go from there on.
Well, right at the moment, I don't have specific plans for Earth Day. We just finished some major programming here at the Nature Center. But because I'm a park interpreter and also a member of the Grasslands Naturalists, every day is Earth Day for me. So I spend my time throughout the year teaching folks about nature and acting as an advocate for conservation.
I think that we recognize Earth Day pretty much every day. You have to, because we only have one planet and